Yo, what's up guys? You got Pokeaim here. Today we have another brilliant Diamond and Shining Pro OU Showdown live, and we're going to be showing off Gliscor. Now, I've used Gliscor a lot, obviously. Everybody has. It has over 30% usage in BDSP OU. But we're going to be showing off three different types of Gliscors. Today we have the U-turn variant, the Taunt variant, and the Swords Dance variant. So if you guys are enjoying these videos, make sure you leave a like, you help out the channel. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you want to see more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pro, just more Pokemon in general, I'm uploading 2 to 3 times a day at the moment, so subscribe. On my way to 300k. But the first team we have is Psychic Spam, and the two best Psychic types in the tier at the moment. I mean, you could argue Starmie. I guess based on usage, it's Latios and Starmie, but I think Alakazam is way up there. I think 20 in usage is ridiculous, but Specs Latios, Nasty Plot Zam. We have Scizor for the Swords Dance U-turn, also to help us out versus these two, plus Weavile. We have the Rapid Spinning Tentacruel, which is pretty fun, as well as Stealth Rock Gliscor, again, just standard on this team. And then we have Calm Mind Unaware Clefable with Flamethrower. That way it helps burn this Pokemon, so these two can put in a lot of work. So we got that team for the first one. And then, again, the second one I'll be using, I think, SD Gliscor. I got some fun Pokemon here. Like, we're using, like, Spiritomb on one of them, and then I have Napoleon on the other one. So a lot of cool stuff. This second team actually reminds me of the old team with, I think it was Spiritomb, Abomasnow Hail, like Nidoqueen and stuff like that, with Nidoqueen Skarmory back in Gen 4. But yeah, our first game is versus Sun. Have fun. Now, I actually do know this team. Well, I know 5 of the members. Well, actually, the Torkoal has changed too. But really nice that Latios and that goes so well versus this squad. Big fan of my Tentacruel here, depending on the set. I don't know if we want Clear Body on this. It's for Sticky Web, though, that's for sure. That is for Sticky Web. I kind of just want to go Alakazam and just start clicking buttons early. I feel like that's super strong. If they end up going off with their Donphan, I mean, it's annoying early on, but it's definitely manageable. So I just want to hit them as hard as possible. Yeah, they end up leading off a Torkoal, which is amazing for me. So I can do a ton of damage immediately. I'm actually going to Nasty Plot up first, anticipating them to maybe want to go Bronzong or Heatran, for which I can nuke immediately. If they stay in, they have no switch into. That doesn't matter at all, right? They stayed in just in case I was Sash, but now I just go right for the Life Orb Psyshock there. Unfortunately, I am Psyshock and not Psychic. That's better versus Blissey, but we can bring out Gliscor now on what should be an Extreme Speed, and that is definitely Banded Extreme Speed. So we want to Roost just in case they go for another one, as they end up going Donphan. Now, Donphan doesn't technically beat me 1v1 now that I'm at full HP, so I'm just going to break its sturdy with Earthquake. Or attempt to break its sturdy with Earthquake as they go right for that. And we'll get up our Stealth Rock here. Ice Shard doesn't do that much at all. I can 1v1 this thing, much like Gliscor does, and just not worry about it. So if they want to spin on me, that's fine. We're just breaking that sturdy, making it a lot easier for me. And I'll set up my Stealth Rock one more time. Like I said, this Donphan does not beat me. Like, I guess technically it can Rapid Spin forever, but I will get more out of this in the long run. So they end up going right out into Torkoal, which is completely fine for me, right? We go right for the Earthquake there. I'm going to set up Stealth Rock as they go Bronzong. I'm not sure what the Bronzong wants to do. Do you still have Weather Ball, my friend? Because if you still have Weather Ball, then you are a friggin' problem. Bronzong. Do you still have Weather Ball? Oh, shoot, it does. Alright, that's not good. I actually don't have very many switches to this Pokemon. I will U-turn, though, out into Tentacruel at least, because I can go for the knockoff. I don't think they can kill me in one hit, even with Spec Psychic. As they do go for that Weather Ball, yeah, that's something I was fearing. We'll go for knockoff here. That can help us out with Scizor in the endgame. Scizor matches up really well versus them. That's hella offensive, but protect first, just a waste to stall a turn of Sun. And we are going to Rapid Spin here. And that should allow me to pick up a KO now with Shadow Ball from my Alakazam. Very worried about that Victreebel, but as long as I don't let it boost for free, I'm good. So this is Life Orb Shadow Ball. That should definitely die. And they have one Sun turn. So Victreebel can easily come out. Donphan ends up coming out, which I think is fine. It just means I get to go right back on to Gliscor and do exactly what Gliscor does, right? It's literally sit here and not care. So we'll go for Earthquake. They should go for Stealth Rock first, I think, as they go hard Dragonite. I'm going to set up my Stealth Rock because if they Outrage, I can go out into Clefable anyway. this does leave me weaker to you, I'll be honest. Like, there's no denying that. But I can double out to Latios, which deals with Dawn Fan. Surf picks up a KO on something now as well. So we'll just spec Surf. Maybe they'll sack Dragonite. Surf picks up a KO on basically everything. As they go hard, Heatran. That's amazing because now I can click Dragon Move too. Awesome. Deadmon, you love to see it. So I can't pick up the KO on Torkoal here. What I actually have to do is double out into Alakazam because I can't let them set up a Victreebel for free. Exactly. So I click Psyshock here so they can't set up for free. I guess if they're SD, they can knock out Latios. I don't know if they're SD. But I think Clefable lives one hit, and I can go for Flamethrower. Clefable should live one hit always. Yep. So this is Sun Boosted Flamethrower. They'll go down. Perfect. And at this point, SD Scizor wins the game, or Latios. Or Clefable, because it's Clefable. But yeah, Gliscor, I mean, did exactly what it had to do. It just sat there. Again, it just sat there and beat the Pokemon, got up Stealth Rock. It tanked the Dragonite's move. I mean, you guys know what that... Nothing does what Gliscor does. Right? The closest Pokemon that can do what Gliscor does in terms of pivoting is Scizor. But Scizor can't set up Stealth Rock, right? And it can't chew every hit in the book, even like super effective hits. Like Scizor is not living super effective Flamethrowers for the most part. I guess weaker ones from Clefable, it can live if it's special defensive. But I just want to show you like, oh yeah, Gliscor only sat there and clicked Stealth Rock. Well, look how good Stealth Rock were. 1, 2... Look at that. It's just a good mon. Also, I love the fact that Bronzong still gets Weather Ball right now. That's amazing. So that's actually something I want to try. Because I use, for those that didn't watch, I'll go for another game in a second. But for those that didn't watch the Fallen Titans episode with Blunder where we used Bronzong, we had a Trick Room Bronzong with Meteor Beam, Weather Ball, and Expanding Force. 3 moves on that Pokemon that you never see, all combined together. It was Trick Room Sun, and it was the coolest episode ever. Okay, sorry, I got interrupted, but I decided to switch up to another account because it's a little bit higher up on the ladder, and I figured I could, I've already tested this team like 5 times, and it went 3 and 2, so I was like, oh, okay, cool, let me try it up on a little bit higher, because my other account, Brilliant Pearls, is like top 200 or whatever, and I want to try and get it up, but we have Combine Spiritomb, which is a pretty cool Alakazam check. We have Swords Dance Gliscor with the SD Roost, as well as Spike Skarmory, Unaware Clefable with the Wish Protect, little mix in front of it with Slack Off, as well as a Tentacruel. So just a lot of fun stuff that we have over here. Spiritomb looks pretty good, man. Spiritomb looked pretty good. Them Will-O-Wisps are kind of crazy. Also, Tentacruel is nice for basically everything. Tentacruel beats so many members on their team. It's actually pretty nice. I like that about Tentacruel. The biggest thing for me is like always Sleep Fodder versus Breloom that I don't like in this game matchup, but like this Iron Fist in front of him, my god, it goes crazy. We have to keep the Flavo alive plus Skarmory. That way we don't lose to like Psychic from Latios. I'll start off with Tentacruel. Then I'm going with Azu. Now, this is actually a really good matchup for me, so I'll simply go for the knockoff here. I think I get the most out of this turn. And I knock off Latios, which is amazing. I even crit Latios, which is even better for me, right? So they actually can't knock out like my Skarm from this position. I don't think double knockoff KOs them though. I just want to be sure, because that was a crit, so that was a straight up crit. Because technically what I could do here is stay in. Let's just get rid of their item. Is stay in and go for a Sludge Bomb, but Sludge Bomb does not KO and knockoff only does 30%. So we'll bring out our Clefable here on the Roost. That's fine. We'll throw up our Stealth Rock as Skarmory comes out. And this allows me to bring out my Tentacruel. If they want to Brave Bird, great play, but otherwise I can Rapid Spin away their hazards as they end up going immediately into Mew. Now Mew is nice because it gives me an opportunity to throw off a Will-O-Wisp with my Spiritomb. They can do the exact same thing if they really want to, I guess. Ooh, they did not though. So we throw off a Will-O-Wisp here. It's Defog Voltage. No idea what they're going out into now. They end up going Skarm. So me hitting that is amazing. And what I'm actually going to do is get in my Gliscor now just to get Poison Heal activated. I'm assuming their Mew has Ice Beam. I'm gonna SD here. Yeah, they go hard into Azu, which is fair. Waterfall deals with me very, very well. I don't know if they're banned or not. We'll find out immediately, right? Oof. I'm gonna spin. I don't think there's any way they stay in there. And this is nice because spinning every single time with Tentacruel means that I'm always faster than Latios. So just a cool little side note right there. This is definitely going to be a little bit longer of a game, especially because I'm forced to wish every time this demon comes out. Every single time this demon comes out, I'm forced to wish. But yeah, getting that Toxic Orb activated on Gliscor is so good for me. I want to see if they go for Waterfall or not. That is banded, right? That did 40%. That should be banded. Alright, we'll go Tentacle just to get some chip on them. I don't know if they know about the Sludge Bomb, but I'm going for it now. Ooh, I am completely fine with Mew catching this this poison as well. That's going to be so good for me. And Mew can't even knock me out unless it has Psychic, so I will gladly get rid of Mew's item as well, making my Infernape even better. That's cool. I do have to be really careful about their Azu because obviously it is choiced. Make the Spiritomb play here. Going to simply Shadow Ball now. They go Scarm, that's fine. Calm Mind up. Go for another Shadow Ball. As they try and whirl me, maybe into Tentacruel, that'd be great. Or Gliscor would be good too. Cool. I don't even think this kills, but let's see, yeah? Hey, that's fine for me. I kind of like the idea of getting in Clefable here just to get up rocks. I don't want them phasing me out into my other Mon, but yeah, I want the rocks up for Mew, and then I can start chipping away. I have no idea how much Banded Waterfall does. I have to be careful. I have to also be careful not to lose to Latios there. So Skarmory is a decent mid ground because I'm faster, so I can Brave Bird for chip. Actually, I beat it 1v1 by just roosting. Well, maybe I don't beat it 1v1, but... Or maybe I do. Yeah, so we'll get up a Spike here because I want to force Mew to defog on me. Actually, Brave Bird right now, just in case they go hard Mew. So that way I keep up all the hazards. Yeah, I like that. I keep the hazards up for Azu and also Breloom and everything. So that worked out great for me. Breloom comes out to simply knock me out here. I am going to switch out into my my Mon that is guaranteed faster than you. And now we can go for Swords Dance and just click Facade after. Their Bullet Seed, oh, that doesn't matter, my friend. And that, my friends, is why you run Speed and SD on Gliscor. I mean, I don't know why they stayed in with Breloom at that point. Does this kill? Because I am almost certain it does not. Let's assume max HP because that's like a worse thing to assume. 61 to 72. So next time I bring it in, I can do that. But we can sack our Skarmory here as they waterfall. Bring out Young Tentacruel and go for Rapid Spin. Now the reason I went for Rapid Spin is just one, I don't want to deal with rocks, and two, I do have a strong Thunder Punch in the back to deal with it. However, I think the better, Spiritomb wins, so I don't want to go Spiritomb. I think the play is to go out to Infernape and just click that Thunder Punch. I want to keep it at full HP just in case that's SD Scizor. Look at that Iron Fist boosted Thunder Punch, baby. Let me go for Overheat though, just in case. Awesome. So Gliscor looks better. We have Azu in range of every single one of my attacks. Latios comes out. Hard Clefable is fine because we have a Spiritomb to mess him up after. I just throw off a Moonblast here to be safe. Now, if this is SD Quick Attack, which it very well could be, it is a problem. But I think that you beat this 1v1, right? I think. Unless it's SD Roost. But if it's Life Orb, you definitely beat this 1v1. Yeah, because they do too much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I beat that 1v1 if it was Life Orb. They take too much. So now they go Latios. I think I sack you. And click Moonblast now. Because if Azu comes out, I'm good. Facade gets a kill, if anything. We protect as well. We simply sack Spiritomb and go Gliscor and pick up another KO with the GOAT. Wonder if you're 2 KO'd. Oh yes, this is a demon. Just click Shadow Ball there. Then we about to bring out Gliscor, which is guaranteed faster. We know their choice. I think Choice Band Azu is so good, by the way, guys. Like, at the moment, I think it's so amazing. And I just spam Facade, which Gliscor ends up living the Psychic and knocking them out with the Facade. Good game. Guys, this is why you use SD Gliscor. Like, look how good it was in this game. It beat Breloom, it beat Scizor, it beat Azumarill, and it beat Latios. Like, Swords Dance Gliscor, sometimes even without a Swords Dance. Like, it beat everything, for the most part, right? Spiritomb was also really good in this game as well. I'm going to pause it real quick because I'm getting interrupted. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, I swear it feels like, I mean, I have unbeatable in the thumbnail text, right? I already know what the thumbnail is. I mean, you see the thumbnail in front of you, right? Without the text. But I swear it feels like Gliscor is just unbeatable at times, right? It just loves to live random hits and just do so much back. So the next set we're using is Taunt Gliscor. This one's actually more physically defensive than I love to use on Gliscor, just because Garchomp is a bit of a threat to this team. But we have Life Orb Clef, really fun Life Orb EV spread. One of my favorite Fortress sets, Sub Punch Breloom, Soul Lati, and then Stealth Rock, Scald, Protect, and Polion. And Taunt is there for defog Scizor, Skarmory, and things like that to beat it 1v1. So we shall look for a game with this team and just continue using Gliscor. Now, Gliscor in this game is good because it stops Skarmory from keeping up hazards. But you know what beats me 1v1? This little Nidoking over here. But I love Latios because Latios just puts in so much work versus everything on their squad. Gliscor also lives. Lucario's hit at +2, even a +2 Adamant Meteor Mash. I'll live because I'm very defensive. That's very important in this game. Yo. Is this my homie? Is this my homie? Hold up. Serene Grace? Let me nice. Have fun, fam. Nice, I knew it. So Serene Grace, I definitely encourage you to check out their channel as well. They do a lot of competitive stuff and some cool stuff. Appreciate you. It's crazy because they also used to play like Little Cup as like their main. I could be wrong about that, but I swear they played Little Cup as their main and they really have branched out. So it's it should be a good game. But yeah, Nidoking is a giant threat. Spadef and Polion is pretty good here for hopefully a few of their members. I gotta go off with Latios because Nidoking is too freaking good versus me. I'm simply gonna Surf because this should be offensive Skarm. Yep. Now, if I drop a Draco, I technically get a kill. If I drop a Draco, I get a kill. I'm gonna go Fortress. Let's see if they double out to Nidoking here. Because I can just... Alright, that's fine. Because I can Rapid Spin that pretty easily. Yep. So I get to get rid of their Stealth Rock, and Lati still looks really good. They might even Thunderbolt here, considering I do have an Empoleon in the back. But I'm just going to go right for the Volt Switch. Because Starmie is a threat to me offensively, and Empoleon needs to be there for Lati. So we're going to Volt Switch as a Hydro again. Bring out my Clefable right here, and I'm going to... I think I'm just going to Thunderbolt. Nidoking is a problem for me, but I can't really switch into it, period. Like, anyway, and I don't want them going out into this month. So I'm going to Thunderbolt here as they go for Ice Beam, anticipating me to double, predicting their Nidoking. We end up knocking out Starmie, which is awesome there. Skarmory comes out. I'm just going to Thunderbolt that too, since it's just going to get up Stealth Rock. Awesome. And this is where Nidoking gets to come out, and my Breloom has literally no use in this game, so we're going to throw away our Breloom here. And get in Latios and simply drop a Draco. My best play hits Weavile. I guess as Weavile is SD, it's a problem too. I'm still going to drop a Draco. I don't want them going hard at Weavile. Now this comes out. I'm physically defensive on my Gliscor. So even if this is Adamant Meteor Mash, I should be able to eat that. Yup. And that, my friends, is why you use physically defensive Gliscor. Unfortunately, though, we might find out why you use Weavile. I think you Ice Shard here always, or Throat Chop. So I'm going to see if they're Life Orb, which I think they are. They are not. Gonna Protect here. As they go Nidoking. I should have scalded. Definitely should have scalded there. Alright, that's fine though. It's the same thing. I just click Earthquake here. They can't touch me, can they? They cannot touch their SD throat chop stuff. They should Ice Shard here, but they may double out to Nidoking, anticipating me to want to go out into this mon. I think I go Empoleon Raw. Yeah, and click Scald. Because then I can Surf safely and win. So I definitely Scald here. Because then Surf wins the game. Ah. Oh, never mind. Empoleon said I'm going to win the game on its own. They just can't touch me. What the hell is your last move? Again, what the hell is the last move on this? Is it not Throat Chop? I have no idea. But yeah, so what was I going to say? So one of the things that that you notice from Gliscor there is I'm hella lucky. This was they left. FizzDev Gliscor. My bad. I won't say that. I don't know if they're gonna watch it later because they do comment on my videos, and I think they make great videos too. This is why, like I told you straight up, right? I told you straight up. This is the reason this is physically defensive, is because his team is hella weak to Garchomp and Lucario. So a normal Gliscor would have died from after Stealth Rock. Like the 244 HP one would have straight up died, but the fact that that went the way it did, like, look at it. I chewed that comfortably after Stealth Rock, bro. I chewed that comfortably. Keep it alive just in case. Probably should just Earthquake there. But yeah, I protected just because I had no idea what the damage roll was. I protected in hindsight was just like literally, you know what would have helped me there? Like I protected because I didn't feel like calcing. And that was my fault, right? A simple calc would have gotten rid of the play of them potentially SDing up again, though they never would. And if had I surfed there, had I scalded there, then I could just click Surf with Latios and win the game. But yeah, so it was just a misplay on my part. It was definitely a misplay on my part. So that I hold that. I for sure hold that. That's why you calc, guys. That's why you calc, and that way you don't have to open up. Like if that was a tournament game, I would have calced every turn. But I actually have to play the tournament in a minute. So back to the specs. I mean, Gliscor is showing its work in every single video so far, because I mean every single game so far, right? Because that is just the type of mon that Gliscor is. It is an unbeatable, incredible Pokemon. What a beautiful mon. I really love that mon, man. I'm glad. I'm so glad it's back. Like I feel like it would be too much in the Pokemon Sword and Shield. I would not like to fight a Gliscor. Like we have less Pokemon to deal with, and I think Gliscor is more manageable now than it would when we have more Pokemon to deal with it. So this is where the SD one would be a lot better, but me being able to just Earthquake and honestly just mess around with that mon sounds really good too. I love Scizor here. Scizor's so strong. And I have a Tentacruel, so I have a decent switch into that. I need to go Scizor because Mamoswine is too much of a threat to me. They end up going Clefable. I'm just going to switch directly out into my Gliscor just in case they have a fire move. Ideally, they don't burn me. It also covers, obviously, the Heatran coming in. And we can go for Earthquake here just in case. Some people like to be crazy, right? You never know. I don't mind Tangrowth knocking me off at this point. I get up my Stealth Rock. You know, when you're on the ladder, yeah, when you're on the ladder, man, you just like, you never know, right? You never know. Now, am I SD Scizor on this one? I am SD Scizor, so I would actually like to keep my item. Do I need it, though? Kind of. You know what? I know what I'll do. I want to get rid of their item. Because now that Gliscor has a Toxic Orb, I feel a lot better versus Heatran. So I'm gonna do this because with Stealth Rock up and things losing their item, I'm in a good spot. Alright, hard Latios now, just to drop a Draco. That's fine. I'm still faster than most of their team. And I simply drop a Specs Draco. They give me Slowking, which is amazing. Scizor comes out. I can safely go out to a Gliscor, and if they Swords Dance or their Defog, if they Swords Dance there, I would literally U-turn out into Clefable because I'm unaware and knock them out with Flamethrower. So I just go for Rocks again as they U-turn. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like the same position, man. Like these guys just work so good together. And as much as what I talked about before, I make this play always. That's a Tentacruel as they anticipate me to go Scizor. We're going to knock off the Heatran, opening up my SD a late game. And simply Scald. This is opening up SD Scizor late game. This is opening up Alakazam. Beautiful damage. They go for Lava Plume. Do they burn me? They do unfortunately burn me there. How do I want to do this part? Because if I get rid of Heatran, then it opens up... You know what? I just go U and click Shadow Ball. That's the play. Shadow Ball into Focus Blast, KO Scizor. But it's more so about getting rid of Heatran so Clefable can win. Alright, we'll go Clef here. Click that Flamethrower. Always. Yep. Doesn't matter if they defog. Doesn't matter what they do there. Just Moonblast into Heatran as well. The Heatran can't beat me 1v1, but now they have a special attack drop. I mean, it makes my Gliscor's life easier, right? I simply go Gliscor and click Earthquake. If they go out directly into Scizor, I think they get 2 KO'd. If they go Tangrowth, I can get up rocks. Probably the biggest threat to my team. And I can safely go out to a Fizz Def Scizor on it. And just go for U-turn. Bring out my homie one more time. Click Earthquake one more time. If they go, basically if they go Tangrowth, they get up rocks. Like, you're seeing what Gliscor does. I mean, I don't have to explain to you guys what Gliscor does. Now I could choke right here and stay in it, but even if they Ice Beam, it's fine. Oh, and they're more than likely unaware, so that's great. I mean, you can try. I will never let you bring out that Heatran. Ever. Ever. Heatran is not coming out. Scizor, yeah. Scizor can come out, obviously. But I will never ever let you bring out that Heatran. Ever. Let me just Earthquake again. If they want to default, that's fine. Like, that Heatran loses to my Clefable now. Let him roost. Bring out the homie. Click Calm Mind here. I'll come on again. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't actually. Maybe it doesn't take too much, but I still feel like Gliscor is so good, right? 13. Oh, unfortunate that it came back. Alright, so I'm going to have to get a +2 with my Alakazam in this game. Which is for sure possible. Just Swords Dance here as they go Heatran. Bring out my Gliscor. Alright, so I just got to go for Nasty Plot of Alakazam to knock out the Scizor. We want to Roost there just to be safe. We go for Earthquake just to get the chip that we needed basically for Stealth Rock. It's the same thing. I mean, if you want to give me... Are you Flame Body on your Heatran? If they bring it in one more time, they're Flame Body. I think I plot first. Okay. Because basically, again, if I get up rocks, I want them to U-turn here. I want them to U-turn here. Making my life harder. I should just be spamming Spec Surf. I should literally be spamming Spec Surf. Alright, thank you. That's fine. They do get it, which is what I was fearing, but now I can go for Nasty Plot. And if I land Focus Blast, Scizor dies, and I don't have to deal with this garbage anymore. If I land Focus Blast, Scizor basically dies. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Zam. Yep. Okay, so I win with SD Scizor now. Perfect. Well, I mean, this Mon can win too, I guess, right? But... SD Scizor is still amazing, obviously. I want to just BP here, just to be safe. At 8%. I wonder if they double. Earthquake again, just in case they go crazy and go hard Mamoswine. It should go Clef always, or Tangrowth, but... Point of Stones, dug into Clefable. Okay, just wanted to know. Spec Psychic gets a kill too. Just click Rocks Forever here. Do I have Defog on this team? I do not. They do have Flamethrower as their last move. That's good to know. We're just going to waste as many of those as we can. I just realized that my Lottie completely walls this guy forever, so... That's awesome. I went for Surf just in case they win Heatran. Please don't get fully paralyzed so I can win this game. Thank you. And now we just click Psychic and win the game. Oh no. Not you. If only I had a Gliscor that does not care. Yeah, I do. Hell yeah. Good game. Alright, I got to see, again, you guys got to see Gliscor, the unbeatable, Gliscor, the straight up unbeatable, do exactly what it does best. Sit there and beat everything. I think that's a great way to, I think we had like some good, really good Gliscor showcases. We had a really good Alakazam showcase too. Guys, that's like, I'm really high on Alakazam, guys. I'm really high on Alakazam. I think it is a top 5 Pokemon in the metagame. I legitimately think it's a top 5. Literally, if it hits Focus Blast, it beats every Mon in the tier on its own. It does. It is faster than Starmie and faster than Latios, both of which are incredible threats, obviously, right? They're literally top 10 in usage. I use literally a lot, but I'm actually using literally correctly, so I'm happy. Both of them are top 10 in usage, right? And Alakazam is at a really disrespectful number 20, and I feel like people are using Focus Sash too much, and Focus Sash is good, and Calm Mind, I think Calm Mind with Life Orb is good too, because it helps you set up on Heatran a little bit better, especially if you're using Recover. You can also deal with Blissey better as well, because, you know, it can't Seism Toss you down, though it can full paralyze you, but man, Alakazam is nasty, and Gliscor is such a good partner for every single set of Pokemon in this meta. But I do hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'm glad I switched to a little bit of a higher account. Not that we're anywhere too crazy on the ladder right now. We're just climbing. Let me see. Where are we? Let's see. Yeah, we're number 118, which is nothing. Look at my GXE, bro. This is just me messing around with so many different Pokemon. But I'm glad you guys. Oh, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Let me just assume you guys enjoyed. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. I got a bunch of content coming out. I got later today another Wi-Fi battle where I get to show off Alakazam, like the no, is it? No, I use Lucario in this one. Alakazam will be tomorrow, but yeah, I really love this Mon. I really love Alakazam, and when it hits that Focus Blast, bro, woof! You see what I was able to do? They couldn't even go like Clefable and Wall Me because Stealth Rock were up and they were special defensive with Wish Protect and Flamethrower, so Psyshock was blowing them back. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Gliscor really is unbeatable.